Hey, this is Janeen with Pathfinders Downsizing Solutions. And I want to introduce you to a couple, obviously Renee, the sidekick, my business partner, but we have a very special client that we have so enjoyed spending time with and being able to help him transition to a beautiful new community that's newly renovated in the north end of Tampa. And we just wanted to we wanted to interview John. He has been around a little bit, a minute or two, because what, you're 90?
Yes, I am.
And he's wise beyond his years, so that's a heap of wisdom there. And we thought we would ask him a couple of questions about his experience with working with us, so he kind of knows. Now, he lived in his house, a little bit of information. Lived in your house for 45 years? The same house?
Yeah, I'm actually 47.
Oh, well,
Who's counting?
So, anyway, and so what is it like after 47 years to all of a sudden decide? How long have you been trying to figure out as to whether or not you were ready for senior living, John?
About somewhere between 10 and 12 years.
But you finally did decide. Now, let me ask you, because it was just it was hard to keep track of the house. It was, you know, you were banging in the house, you know, kind of on your own for like 10 years. 8 years? 8 years,
8 years,
since
yeah.
Ann died. But I hear a but coming, John.
Huh?
But I hear a but coming. But you needed more, right?
Something different?
Yeah, and the socialization.
I needed that. Well, COVID-19 took care of the COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't socialize. I didn't. If I had family coming over, I took some chairs and put them on the porch, and we all sat down and chatted.
Yeah.
And if I had some food, I'd have somebody go up to some place and get the food and all that. And it worked out, but it was for all practical purpose, I was almost a hermit.
Yeah.
For a few years.
So now you've been here about three weeks. I called you this morning to remind you. So tell me about your social calendar since you moved in.
Not busy than I thought it'd be. And
I warned you.
one of the problems is I was kind of a 6:30, 7:30 to 30 eating, and here it closes at 6.
Yeah.
Okay, I adjust,
Right.
and in fact I go down at 4 o'clock usually,
Oh, okay, good.
and I'm just that's just kind of.
It's a new schedule, but it works.
You're in a situation this is, you can either cry about it or you adjust.
Right.
And I think adjusting is a heck of a lot easier.
Love it. So what was the biggest relief when you were working with Pathfinders? When you were working with us and the project was going on, because we talked a lot.
Uh-huh.
So what was the biggest relief that you knew, that just gave you peace?
Well, okay, I was like a hunter. I was going out hunting. And I didn't know what to do with it. Finally I decided, pull the trigger, bang. So here you are.
Good. Okay. I got that. So basically, I know that you let us be able to figure out a path for you that was going to get you transitioned. All the things that had to be done, we took care of for you, so that we lined up the movers and we packed what needed to be packed and we figured out what needed to go and the space plan and all that kind of stuff. And then we resettled you. The train was lined up, everything, all the plan was put together for you, and all you had to do was just relax.
No, I think I could sum it up in one way.
Good.
There's 2 beautiful ladies in here that know what they're doing.
All right, we'll take that for a soundbite.
that ought to be worth a hug somewhere.
Well,
I'll soon be 91, so there's still some fire.
Well, I always think about, someone who was a pilot, they had to kind of trust their navigator. So
I'm a navigator.
Oh, you are a navigator. So I would say for us, we're not driving the plane, but we're helping navigate where to go. Resources and things like that.
Yeah.
And I use that same thought. Okay, these guys, ones you gotta trust. And I gotta trust you. And I think the biggest fault I have with the thing is perhaps I should have been on the scene when all this stuff was being done. But it was, first of all, it was my fault that I didn't have this step.
Yeah.
We were talking to the family members today, and one of the questions we had was to share, people think I can do it all by myself. And the son was like, absolutely not. For you, do you have any of that opinion to share with people who maybe like you, who has been home for decades, and they think, oh, I can do all of this by myself? Do you have any opinion on that?
And I've done that by myself in the past. But Father Time didn't like that very much.
Well, I'm glad we were able to help with that. Now, I got one more question for you. What is your thoughts with regards to, or do you feel appreciated with regards to our association with MOAA and with the military?
I encourage that.
Very cool.
Was it nice to have an opportunity for me to do kind of a brief overview at the luncheon many months ago, and to kind of have an overview so then when you picked up the phone you had some base?
I did not put you in this program with Janeen or with the Pathfinders. You may have mentioned it, but it didn't. Because you were walking out remember now, you were walking out the door.
I've been walking out of the door from those meetings for 15 years.
I know that.
Well, I'm so delighted that we were able to help you get you transitioned, get you into a beautiful apartment in this amazing community. It's so pretty here. So, and I'm glad that you're engaged and you're starting to kind of make a new chapter and start that up for you. I heard they have a lot of availability, and it's easy to get to.
Well, I think they've also been taking and redoing different wings at a time.
Yes.
They're refurbishing every place.
Yes.
Everything.
So I'm sure that's impacted the available rooms to look at. But I know you fretted over picking just the right apartment. And so when you opened the door to let us in, I could definitely see why you chose this one, because it's very spacious.
Thank you for sharing your stories and your thoughts about working with us. If you guys need help or your parents need help, give us a call. We've got a Facebook page. You can look at us up online at our website, which is PathfindersDownsizing.com. We just love to give the gift of home. If you need to call us, the number is
855-687-7284.